Lionel Messi is at a crossroads in his career. As the summer transfer window approaches, speculations surrounding his next destination are running wild. With his departure from Paris Saint-Germain seeming like a foregone conclusion, football fans around the world are eagerly anticipating where the superstar will end up next. Recently, Messi's 2-week suspension from Paris Saint-Germain after an unauthorized trip to Saudi Arabia has created a divide between the club and the 35-year-old, making it increasingly difficult for him to stay beyond this season. This has only fueled the rumors about his next move. Will he make a dramatic return to the club where it all started for him, or will we finally witness another epic showdown between Messi and Ronaldo? Perhaps he will take the well-trodden path from PSG to the MLS, or will he opt for a reunion with the greatest coach of all time? In this video, we delve into all the exciting possibilities surrounding Messi's next move and assess their likelihood. But before we start, we need your support to grow our channel, so please hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Your support means the world to us. Staying at PSG. After winning the World Cup with Argentina in Doha last December, it seemed highly unlikely that Messi would leave PSG, a club owned by Qatar. In fact, extending his stay in Paris seemed like a logical decision given the team's unbeaten record in the French league and Messi's crucial role in their success, especially after a slow start during his first season with the club. However, things have taken a sharp turn since then. PSG's performances have taken a nosedive, with 9 defeats this year alone and a disappointing elimination by Bayern Munich in the Champions League round of 16. While Messi can't be blamed individually for these shortcomings, he's certainly a symptom of PSG's poor squad building, which has left them ill-equipped to fight on multiple fronts. The club's post-World Cup lull, coupled with Messi's recent triumph, has only added to their woes. As of today, it seems that his stay in Paris will soon come to an end. Paris Saint-Germain's decision to suspend Lionel Messi for 2 weeks marks the beginning of the end for the 7-time Ballon d'Or winner in the French capital. A line has been drawn, and it seems relationships are set to be severed this summer. The 35-year-old forward was hit with a fine and a suspension by PSG after taking an unauthorized trip to Saudi Arabia. He failed to report for training on Monday following the club's defeat to Lorient, as he was in Riyadh performing tourism in the country as part of his multi-million-pound deal with Saudi Arabia, which is vying to host the 2030 World Cup. PSG's sanction was swift and immediate, and Messi will not be allowed to enter the club's facilities during his 2-week suspension. The club's decision to make an example of the player, regardless of his stature in the sport, is part of a wider crackdown on discipline within the squad. Moreover, the mood among PSG supporters has been turning against Messi lately, with his name being whistled at the Parc des Princes before matches. Fans have been suggesting that he's not been as committed to the club as he was during his time at Barcelona, and PSG's poor form since the turn of the year has only reinforced this sentiment. With rumours of a possible return to Barcelona also swirling around, it now seems improbable that relationships can be rebuilt. For the player, staying in Paris no longer looks like a comfortable option. Paris Saint-Germain has made a strategic decision to shift their focus towards building around Kylian Mbappe and harnessing the abundant talent that exists in the French game. This means moving away from their previous emphasis on glitz, glamour and big names, with even bigger wage bills. As a result, they've signalled a willingness to part ways with Lionel Messi. After months of negotiations, it's widely expected that Messi's contract with PSG will simply expire at the end of June, marking a passive conclusion to his 2-year stint in the French capital. Despite having signed a 2-year contract with the option of a 3rd year in 2021, there have been uncertainty surrounding his renewal, with his camp waiting for more information about PSG's future sporting project. It now seems that the club's sporting vision does not include Messi, and the events of these past weeks have brought forward the conclusion of his time with the club. PSG's decision to pivot towards a new approach with a focus on developing young, homegrown talent has meant that the club has had to make some difficult decisions about its star players, and unfortunately for Messi, he appears to be one of them. Return to Barcelona. So, where will Lionel Messi be playing football next season if not in Paris? Barcelona president Joan Laporta hopes to bring the Argentine back to the club where he made his name, and it seems to be Messi's personal choice as well. However, the financial reality of the situation can't be ignored, and it's uncertain if a return to Barcelona is financially viable. The club is currently grappling with serious financial struggles and has yet to register new contracts for several key players due to La Liga's strict salary rules. Speculating about Messi's potential return might seem reckless given the club's financial difficulties, but many at Barcelona remain hopeful that a deal can be reached. However, to make that happen, Barcelona must meet La Liga's demand to cut their salary bill by a staggering €200 million for the 2023-24 season. Despite the challenges, the coaching staff, led by manager Xavi, is pushing for Messi to return and provide the team with the edge they need to succeed. There are divided opinions in the dressing room, but many players are excited at the prospect of being on a team with Messi once again. Messi's camp has conceded that a return to Barcelona can only be seen from a romantic perspective for now. Nevertheless, anything can happen at Barcelona, and the club is determined to leave no stone unturned in its quest to bring back their beloved star player. Move to Saudi Arabia. On a different note, there's been speculation about Messi's future move to Saudi Arabia, especially after he signed a lucrative ambassadorial deal with the Saudi Tourist Board. Some wonder whether this means he'll follow in Cristiano Ronaldo's footsteps and play in the Middle East. The figures involved are staggering. Messi could potentially earn up to €400 million per year by playing out his career in Saudi Arabia. However, when there was still a possibility of another year at PSG, playing in the Saudi Pro League, which is ranked 58th in the world by sports intelligence agency 21st Group, was not Messi's most attractive option. He preferred to stay in Europe and keep performing at the highest level, particularly with the next Copa America scheduled for the US in 2024. The lack of suitable options in Europe is the main reason why it's unlikely we'll see Messi in the Champions League next season. PSG has already been ruled out as a potential destination, leaving only Barcelona as a viable option. However, as we've already discussed, the uncertainty surrounding Barcelona's financial situation makes this an uncertain option. It's important to note that just because Messi has signed a sponsorship deal with Saudi Arabia to promote international tourism, it doesn't necessarily mean that he'll want to play his club football there. Additionally, other players such as Neymar Jr., Pepe and Luka Modric have been identified as potential targets for the Saudi League, which is eager to make an impact after Ronaldo joined Al Nassr in January. Guardiola reunion. After leaving Barcelona in 2021, Messi was heavily linked with a move to Manchester City, where he could reunite with his former mentor, Guardiola. However, Guardiola already has a talented striker in Erling Haaland and a skilled playmaker in Kevin De Bruyne, alongside other creative midfielders. Even though Messi earns €40 million per season with PSG, and City has the financial capability to match it for a single season, the Argentine would be arriving in the physically demanding Premier League at the age of 36. Thus, it seems highly improbable that this transfer will take place. Join Inter Miami. What about a move to Major League Soccer and Inter Miami? The MLS could offer a less physically demanding environment, making Inter Miami an attractive destination for the 7-time Ballon d'Or winner. With his time at PSG coming to an end, Inter Miami's pursuit of Messi is no longer as competitive. In fact, it has long been regarded as something of an open secret in MLS circles that Messi will join Miami one day. The negotiations, led by Jorge and Jose Mas, the brothers who co-own Inter Miami alongside Beckham, have been ongoing for some time, with numerous meetings taking place with Messi's father Jorge. Messi also has a home in Miami, making the move even more appealing. Miami has the designated player spot ready for Messi and is even willing to make further space to add a player like Sergio Busquets. In March, MLS Commissioner Don Garber stated that a creative deal would likely be required to make it happen, but the league and Inter Miami are willing to be flexible to find the right compensation package. Ultimately, the decision to join Inter Miami is up to Messi himself. In conclusion, Lionel Messi's future remains uncertain and up in the air. While some clubs have expressed an interest in signing him, it's unclear which path that Messi will ultimately choose. Only time will tell where the legendary footballer will take his talents next. What do you think? Where do you think Messi will end up? Let us know in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed this content and want to stay up to date on all the latest developments in the world of football, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more engaging and captivating content in the future.